my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
The kickoff for Indianapolis.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Vikings take over. First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down.
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at very...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Để đúng chiếc nèo.
It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on.
Nigga said, nah, yo, I hit you early in the
end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Vikings, nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Gain of 21 yards.
And the running back position just continues to evolve from what I saw as a youngster when you just took the ball from the quarterback and ran as far as you could. Nowadays, you've got to be able to catch the ball as well. And there were 15 running backs last season, partner, that ran for over 1,000 yards, but only 3 had 500 or more receiving yards as well. Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Christian McCaffrey, of course, with Carolina, and this guy right here, Dalvin Cook.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 37. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And he's got Kyle off. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
A gain of 4 yards.
Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Down at the 28.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Cook on the toss left. And out of bounds right around the 20. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
It's a gain.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Cousins. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Mack, the ball carrier. Anthony Barr brought him down. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Dalvin Cook.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
In on the tackle.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Mack. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now left side on the swing pass. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Eason. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Colts 14, Vikings 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Cook following the penalty. Oh, able to avoid him. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins from the gun on third. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Looking for Campbell downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
5-yard line.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Eason off the play fake. He finds Taylor complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now the Colts going to play the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Still hear it?
Nah.
Y'all couldn't hear me talking or no?
Alright. I just got back. So.
Oh, I was talking the whole time. There's some bullshit, King.
On first
Let me
down,
hear without my
Eason.
playbook.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Yeah.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
What's this
Picked up
going?
by Anthony Harris. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety
Come on,
did
bro.
it.
Right there, though.
And he'll
What quarter is it?
learn that you have to hold the
Oh, yeah,
safety.
you look.
And you do that with your head movement, your eyes,
winning.
sometimes your shoulders.
Yeah, it's up.
Hold the safety
Oh, you winning?
so that you get back to the throw that you really want to make.
page,
He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Oh,
3 yards
shit.
on the pickup there, and it'll be set.
What the fuck? I should say I'm streaming with one viewer.
We hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports
see it, King?
halftime report. Coach.
Nah, I reposted it though.
Second
I
half,
don't know
ready
what
to get
playbook I
underway.
got.
The
This
Colts
is
with a lead,
crazy
and they
shit.
will receive the football. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no thought of a return here for Hines. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next
This nigga
drive.
look just
They
like
have the
Ray.
lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make
Nigga
their
in the
adjustments.
apartment like
So
Ray
guess
got the
what?
same
You
cut,
adjust
headband,
yourself
and
and try and
everything.
stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some
What?
separation in this ball
The
game.
adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt, show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, it's Mack, and he'll get this only
Yeah,
up to
the
about the
Jets be so
35.
fucking weak.
Call it
This
a
shit,
gain of
this shit,
3,
bro.
but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a
Yo,
foot or
bro,
two.
no cat. Yo, no cat, bro. I got this Under Armour
On the
item
handoff,
like 3
Taylor.
times in a
And
row,
he's going to
bro.
have the first down yardage to the
Third
35.
fucking day in a row I got this shit, bro.
Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Fuck.
Now a toss running left is Mack. Mack's got the first down and then some. 30, 20, I'm gonna show you, man. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 82 yards. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
I got 3 players, 2 of them 80, one's 86, one's 85, and one's a 91.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point.
How about that?
It's up and good. It's a 21-14 ball game now.
Colts 21, Vikings 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Tossing it about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
That'd be a young boy shit on 2K. Doing this. I think Birdman struck gold with that
set to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense on balance.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
At the 27-yard line. That's it.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That was good for 26 and a first down.
Wow.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time,
nigga got signed by Mace. Nigga Mace signed the nigga for like $5,000.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did in Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often in Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
First down with Marlon Mack. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone.
His whole life, like, this is what to bring to the table. Like, there's no way.
That turned to a monster.
Harrison Smith on the tackle.
Sorry, Ron.
It's
2nd down at 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings 20-yard line.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. First down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Eason. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he's brought down.
You playing him?
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen,
I did that shit against them. Every time I did, I called the timeout.
But you better be careful.
All my timeouts that game.
For a Colts score. Marlon Mack with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year.
Playing right now,
and the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy.
At their own 24-yard line.
Just send them a text.
Yeah, you probably send them a message on Facebook, a voice message.
Deflating for the defense. What's their mentality?
Hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. The Colts on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they will rally and stop and short of the first down. Get him to the ground at the 26. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
How y'all know this nigga?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Minnesota.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down.
Kari Willis there to bring him down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game,
just run a lot of
now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
I gotta stop that.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
You in the franchise, like, all the players that you have on your team, are they, like, already, that's the original.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Back.
Picked off at the 21, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football.
I didn't know they had a black dragon egg. They got a black dragon egg.
Put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
I think the quarterback was black.
On the slant. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup.
Play fake. Cousins.
First down.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
I'm going to have to after next year.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Vikings 14. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 7 yards there and a first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Cousins pass.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter.
Yo, that nigga...
well set, but they still competed.
That nigga Murray really had more motivation.
So for the Colts, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town.
Leonard's spot in the top 5 and anything off of that shit.
And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Y'all. Got dust. Fleet. That nigga was perfect. He had a perfect, easy little chip again. Then his legacy would have been even crazier if he would have beat LeBron for the chip. What could I say to back that up? As far as to back him up, as far as how nice he is. What could I say? If I lose to Jamal Murray and them, then Kawhi and them will be alright. But LeBron can't say nothing. Yeah, he can't say nothing. It's just not gonna happen. They fuck around and sweep these niggas. Around and sweep them niggas. Ain't nothing nobody can say to them. What could you say to him?
No backboard, gotta sound like swish. Go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touchdown like that. Go ahead, touchdown like that. Go ahead, touchdown like that. Go ahead, touchdown like that.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching.
Yo, it's not even that they lost, it's how they lost.
You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Damn, Kane, you done killed.
Like, y'all lost y'all two best players and one of them top 5 in the league.
The way you feel,
That
you might
nigga
do it
can't
for the
score.
bug. All black.
Second half.
After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see.
I don't can't just score one whole half.
Don't let alibis pass you by, finally starting to realize never give up and coincide. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot, tired of trying, go let it fly. Everybody want a straight answer with media, keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right on that time, infrastructure right on that time. It's all to we're talking about you, brought to protecting the sons and daughters from political and slaughter. Someone put me
I really thought he was a contender, man. Right there, that shit. Sure, he should have stayed again lane, man.
You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Try to come to the West with no good team. He gave up these picks for the nigga Paul George, man.
Try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse. When you got different views, just know you gon' pay the price. Best up the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with them K Ultra. I knew you was a vulture. Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle. Falling out through the rubble. Remember this a jungle. The top, I was gonna get something. The middle, gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion. Only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Oh my fuck.
I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You're great at it.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1. And that one into the end zone for an opening touchback. Rivers on first down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Phillip Rivers at the quarterback there.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's starting Taylor. He's starting Marlon Mack.
Josh Allen on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Short yardage, Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First down, Colts.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Rivers hands this one to Mack. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Where the fuck Ray at? He ain't getting on. We ain't running no rack tonight.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. It's Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's 3rd down. First down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run on first down. Mack. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Ball carrier. He was taken.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2nd and 6 from the 10. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Ball carrier.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And it's 3rd down.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll run it with Mack. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Looking to run with Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
5-yard line.
Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back to you. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Oh, get him.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
61, match box,
Out of the gun is Minshew. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Rodrigo.
We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Off play action, it's Minshew. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Skied up off the Reggie.
Remember, the Colts gave up their first-round pick, number 13 overall, to get it from San Francisco, and they certainly think he's worth it.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Off the play fake.
Crazy.
And that will be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down Broadway. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Armstead. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The ball carrier. The Colts leading tackler in 2019, Anthony Walker, gets another one there.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And this one will be brought back to the 22. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. And it's 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Throwing again. Rivers. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st down, Colts.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Taken in
Hey,
by
what
the
you
tight
doing?
end
You in the
Doyle.
wreck or y'all
And
still
he's able
mad?
to take it
I
across
gotta finish this
midfield before
game, bro.
going
I'm
out
about to
of
be in the third
bounds.
quarter.
A good pickup there.
Right.
8 yards on the first down completion.
7-yard line.
I'll run
And
after,
coaches
though.
always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he
That wasn't me, Keith. This nigga crazy.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that
Game was bullshit. I'm like, oh shit,
went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to
I'm
try to
like,
influence them.
game
Make
was
them think that
bullshit,
you're doing something else.
God.
Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them buy and then setting up the screen and getting downfield.
Thought you lost it, man, and then I'm like, oh, okay, he must have lost it, man. That nigga was shit right now.
On third down, Hines. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down.
From the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one.
Yeah, I
It's
was just
second
waiting
down.
on anybody to
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
2nd and 10.
You still brick every fucking thing, but I just changed my jumper. Every game I go like 4 for 15 every game.
To throw again.
I ain't dunking that shit again to the rack. I
And
shoot.
that is
Brick every
incomplete.
time. I don't
A lot
understand.
of force bearing down on him there. He could not
Unless
hang
we
on.
winning.
It's third down.
Like when we winning,
Have to give some credit to the defender on
we
that.
trashing somebody, my dude, we hitting everything.
Break on the ball and able to force that
Losing
incompletion.
that,
This
can't
offense
get
was on the
shit.
move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This from 54 yards away.
4-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw it. Minshew. He's going to go deep for Conley. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First down, Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. That would complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
3-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Makes the score Colts 20, Jaguars 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, it's Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Second down at 7. On the give, this is Mack. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Taken down.
We call a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 7. First down, Indianapolis.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And this is the first NFL carry for the Wisconsin Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
First down, Colts.
They'll run on first down. Mack. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Taken down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end, and it's 3rd and 5.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
He put that nigga to sleep. After that, right? What the fuck?
Now it's Hines. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit.
And that's caught inside the 30. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Minshew sets to throw to Thompson on the screen. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 13-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
The 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they've been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up with Armstead. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars get a score closer. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to his knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Ball carrier.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On third down, it's Hines. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Down at the 43-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling
Indianapolis.
the running game, the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Rivers looking for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Zach Pascal, 29 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Rolling to his left. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Yo. They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
Son.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a handoff to Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Fuck that league game.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there. I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of the first down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. Ball game. Up in India.